Bam! Welcome to the stream tonight. And as you guys know, in tonight's stream, we're going to be talking about the 42 USC 1983. Foreclosure defense of a lawsuit package. Okay, my desktop's out of control. Okay, let's get rolling. Everything lined up here. Well, you guys see we're in class today, so you guys need to keep up, and y'all need to come first. Okay, so imagine you just get home from work, and all the neighbors are standing outside in the neighborhood outside across the street from your house, and when you pull in to notice the sheriff nailed to the door. You know, they're supposed to serve you, they just nail it to the door. Oh, and all the neighbors are all like, they all read it. They all read it. And it don't take a few days after that, then the vultures and start circling, and the judge is already signing off on stuff. You feel powerless, humiliated, and trapped by a system designed to move fast and ignore your rights. The system moves fast because it is designed to do exactly what it's doing. And that's the way I have to put that, so YouTube ain't mad at me. But here's the truth. You don't have to play their game in state court. You have the power to flip the script and force them to defend themselves for the illegal stuff that they're doing over there in foreclosure. The 42 USC 1983 foreclosure defense lawsuit package is that power. Now, this package has been all of my stuff. Well, pretty much is. I didn't. This don't even have to take my glass off on this. So my glass is getting foggy. All of my stuff pretty much has been upgraded, upgraded, and the price reduced. The price of this fire that I'm about to explain to you has been reduced too. But let me just share the value, a little bit of the value you get, because I can tell you it's $2.5 million, and it could be worth every bit of that, but you don't understand what it does. So if you don't understand what it helps you do, then you don't understand the value. If you don't understand how this is the solution to your problem, how this solves the issue, and that's the way you need to think about this when I talk about it. Not how case law, how it fits to my shit, none of that stuff. You need to focus on the facts on a simple level about how this helps you solve the problems that you have, because you ain't never going to solve these problems in their conventional system. You already know that, or you wouldn't be listening to me talking or here or investing in our stuff. All right. Okay, so you guys have been following me along. We go after the why they're able to violate you, not so much the what. I mean, the what's mentioned in the beginning of the thing to show where you fit in the why. I guess that's how I'm gonna go with it. Okay. We go after the why they were able to do what they did. Not so much the what. Because when you address the what, they say what? Kiss my butt. And then you got to argue a bunch of stuff that the judge chops up because he's paid by them. Yeah, what? But okay, come on. Follow me. We don't do that. We got the why. Why were they able to violate you? They're able to violate you because number one, they committed real estate deed fraud at the gate and registered your deed in their office when the law that they're supposed to follow to make it fair for us says they're supposed to deliver it to you, but that's not what they did. They registered in the office. Oh, and then that registration, in my opinion, YouTube allowed the first illegal lien to be put on your property. Okay, think about it. If all the players, if there were several owners of property, all of them had to be present to sign the lien. So the fact that the alleged lender accepted your signature, the fact that the alleged lender accepted the homeowner's signature on the proves that the homeowner already owned that already. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it simple. And then the law says they're supposed to deliver it, but they do what they call their constructive registration. And their constructive registration means, and look this shit up because I didn't look the constructive part up until I was helping my friend a few months back, but I looked it up, and it means that they're going to forget about everything about that private property before it was registered. Once it's registered, it's not the private property no more. We ain't nobody going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about that property over here in one of our three designations, commercial designations, which is agricultural, commercial, or residential. And residential actually is a government official, official's property. Okay, so the non-conventional program that we use is not about how your stuff fits into how my stuff fits, how we do this over here. No. You can't connect none of that stuff that you were doing to our program here. Okay. Not working. You can't do it. The best thing to do is step over here on the other side and learn how we do this. Our counterclaim attack is just totally brutal. We got okay. Sorry. All right, let's just get to it. Okay. A couple of things we've added to this package. We just added to. We pretty much added to all of the packages now. The ability to cloud your title and make your property toxic. Oh yeah, that would be the eviction package and cloud your title package. Those two packages, every homeowner, one of those two packages, every homeowner should have. Okay, if you own property, I mean, they're both the same. Okay, I just named them different names. They're both the same because people get their stinking heads stuck in the words, and they missed opportunity. For $99, the opportunity to cloud your title. That package that clouds your title lawsuit or the conveyance lawsuit package or the foreclosure or the eviction of that lawsuit. That package comes with the notice of conveyance, and it also comes with a notice of less pendants that you file as a notice you place in the county recorders or wherever they have your deed, they're next to, it should be placed right next, Okay, but we learned how to step it up even a step further. If you invest in that package and have a case against your property, well, it ain't doing no good way the hell over there and then that other office. So we figured out how to turn that notice of fraudulent conveyance into a judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance. And all you do is just put judicial in front of notice. For those of you who are making it complicated right out the gate, right? You're doing a check down when you don't need to. Judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance. Now, the other things you do is you change the title and the heading here, and you make it just like it was a document to file in your court, in your case, in court. Now, judicial notice is not a motion. Don't let them talk that shit and get you stuck on the words. Because they can get you stuck on the words, then you need to file their motion shit. That's why they do that. Okay? So a judicial notice is just letting the court and the party, be aware of administrative facts. They don't have anything to do with anything that needs to be argued on or whatever. But when you turn that judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance into a document like that with your case number on it, and you file it in the case, that's better, especially if they already got a case against you and trying to take shit. That's way better than having it way the hell over there in the other office where nobody sees it. Nobody sees it over there except the attorneys that are trying to steal your property, or the buyers that's trying to buy your property, or the attorney buyers. Come on now, work with me. Y'all, you guys should subscribe and click that bell and go to the website if you feel like we're bringing fire and you appreciate what we're doing. We got a donation button at the top of the website. You can click and make donation, or invest in some of our cheap products that we bring to the table that are badass. Okay, like this one right now I'm talking about for $99. Well, actually, we're here talking about the 42 USC, but I'm getting sidetracked over on the $99. Okay, so I probably should go ahead and finish it. We'll get back to that. Okay, so this $99 package is inside the $300 package. The $300 foreclosure defense package includes this $99 package I'm talking about. Oh, well, it was $600 package marked down to $300 plus another $99 in there. That marks it down to not times not. This is going to take a while. Okay, so you cloud your own title and make your property toxic. That's super badass right there. Not only do you cloud the title, because you got the notice of fraudulent conveyance, which lets them know that you're there and your property is already being stolen from you from fraudulent documents, fake documents, whatever. Chops that shit down to plain and simple so I can understand it, right? Because I'm not that smart. Okay, and then you follow it up, and you don't want to place these. Well, I just tell people not to place them on the record the same day, because you don't need to fight them. Okay, and I've had several people tell me when they went back a day or so later, you want to go back and place the notice of less pendants on the record. So you got the notice of fraudulent conveyance, and then you notice another. Oh, this package also has. It also has the lawsuit for the eviction, the federal lawsuit for the eviction that you file in state court. Okay, and when you do that, the state court players can't respond. I don't give a dang what it is. Anything you get from here, they're not going to be able to respond to, because we use federal case law and federal acts, which is how we bring criminal liability to the table for these fools. in everything that we use. So they're not going to be able to reply with statutes and codes. You can't respond to higher court case law with statutes and codes. Bam, that's a check down. Okay, and then you add them okay. We'll get to that. To counterclaim. Oh. Okay, I'm getting a little worked up. Sorry. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I love my job. Okay, so this package gives you that package with those 4 documents in it right there that we just talked about. You can cloud your own title and make your property toxic. Now, the buyers can't jump in here and rush around. Nobody can rush around. And if you face an HOA situation, that $99 package. You don't really need, if you're not in foreclosure, you don't need to spend the whole $300. Get the $99 package. You face an HOA situation, get the $99 package. Cloud your own title. And then I would just put the eviction paperwork together and just send it to them. I serve it to their asses, just like you was already in the eviction. Oh wait, I'm not. Dude, keep up with me. You don't have to be in the eviction process. Okay, the whole idea, what the hell we're doing here, is to punch these people in the face and make them not want to play. They're gonna have to go sit the hell down and give up. Well, you don't want to wait till they got your ass in that little bullshit. You want to do this punching. Okay, so they're coming after you with statutes and codes that are not valid laws. The foreclosure statute that comes after you is total bullshit. It's not a valid law. Doesn't have an acting clause. Doesn't have a title or a body. Someone said it was positive. It was positive bullshit. I guess it depends on what you want to go by. Yeah, I'm going by the Constitution, okay, and statutes at large. And I'll even stoop down low enough, for the most part. I'm stooping. To follow the federal rules civil procedure, for the most part. Now, y'all ass need to understand there's a difference between those rules and local rules. And that's 3 more videos. So in this package, now you get to cloud your title. You get to cloud your title at the gate. You ain't got to worrying about rushing around, whatever. You get these 2 notices filed against your stuff. If you're not in the eviction process and they file something against you for the eviction, then you just jam their ass up with the counterclaim strategy. Now the notice of fraudulent conveyance and the less penance blocks the business money transfer from the foreclosure sale. Now, if you want to be a real butthead, then you would invest in the RICO foreclosure lawsuit packages on the website. It just comes with 1 or 2 documents, okay? And then use your less pendants from the $99 document, because I think the less pendants document is $150, okay? The difference is the less pendants and the fraudulent conveyance is the less pendants is what you have to have a certified copy of the federal lawsuit to use the less pendants to file against their courthouse, their property, or the judge's house or whatever, judge's office building. Okay, so that's different. So you get the $99 package, you have what you need there, and then you have to, you can use the less pendants. And this blocks the business money transfer. Now, the less pendants, when you attach to federal filing, if you use the RICO lawsuit document, it's just 1 document. If you use the RICO lawsuit document, I think it's 1 document. I don't know. If you use the RICO lawsuit document, the less pendants Oh, it's totally fire. And I haven't even had a chance to like list all that stuff. Okay, but this is the fire part of it. If you come in with the RICO and you jam the ass up with the less pendants, if it gives you the ability to freeze their assets, to seize their property, freeze their assets, the money flow has to stop. Oh, and from I mean I haven't got to the end of all this, but then I think and then you can file foreclosure or whatever, or the sheriff department. I don't know. Somebody need to come in and shut them down because but that's if you use the RICO. RICO's not included in this. Okay, don't y'all keep up with me because I'm not daydreaming, okay? I'm night thinking because we already dreamed this shit out and we got it right here. Okay, so let's get on to the counterclaim strategy, okay? Because the counterclaim strategy that we use her, y'all asses can use for your own stuff. And you don't have to, state a claim, that's total bullshit. Okay, you don't have to state a claim anymore. That's total bullshit that the attorneys make us do to jump through their stinking hoops there. YouTube, I said it. I know. That's it. Okay, so the counterclaim strategy that we use. We got to have a commercial break right now. That's what they do, right? That's what they do on TV, and if I have something badass, I gotta have a commercial break. So we're gonna have a commercial break. This program is brought to you by my badass. Okay, sorry. Our badass, because I didn't do it by myself. Okay, the real time people. Okay, sorry, commercial's over. Damn it, that was a short ass. All right. The counterclaim strategy. You guys can use this. Okay, anytime anybody gonna drag my happy ass or try to drag me in court, because I don't think the government tried to shut me down 3 times. Anybody gonna try to drag me in court, I'm gonna tell them bring it. I ain't signing shit for it, but I'll take it. I ain't signing nothing. I'm not signing shit. Okay, I already know where you go. What happens when you start signing this shit? I ain't signing. But I'll take put it in the regular mail. I'll take it. Okay, so I don't need it if y'all just email the shit to me. Okay, we don't need to do all that. Okay, but here's what we do. The counterclaim strategy, if they're going to file something on me, right, saying whatever, I'm just going to do a counterclaim. I'm going to do a counterclaim, but before I do my counterclaim, I'm going to add the state to it. I'm going to add the judge to it. I'm going to add the prosecutor or the attorney. That's, you want to get the money. Who's paying? Who's getting paid? And who's setting it up? That sounds like some shit in the hood. Bam! Oh. Okay, so the counterclaim, those are the people. You add them to the counterclaim as plaintiffs. I bet the attorney didn't tell you to do that. You add those parties to the counterclaim as plaintiffs. And then you file it. You have to I just email them. I don't mail copies. I just put it in my certificate of service that I email copies to everybody. And I put all the email addresses right there. I ain't got to run around and do all that shit. I email it to everybody. I ought to get it like that. So when you add them to the counterclaim, and then you file in the case. You force a judge, a state, into the very fraud that they're pushing. They can't prosecute. They can't defend themselves. They can't defend themselves at that time. The bar member cannot litigate a case where there are defendants or that jams the process before it even starts. They can't litigate a case they're a party to. They can't represent each other from the same. And if you want to be an ass about it, you can add your state bar association, and now no other state attorneys can help them without a conflict of interest. Oh, this is hot when you make unraveling their bullshit your life and then enjoy sharing it with everybody else. That's kind of what we got right here. Okay. Once the state court is stuck, because remember, they can't respond to statutes and codes, at the gate. That's the check down to the check down. Okay, but the first check down is you just added them to their own shit. Pretty simple. I like to punch them until they give up. I ain't trying to have them rule on none of that shit, because I already know that ain't never gonna happen. You ain't never gonna have your day in court. You want to have your day before the court. In this program, you'll learn how to take jurisdiction. Okay, we ain't sitting around asking them for nothing. You're taking what you need to have to take over the federal court. Oh, that you can eat. Oh, what am I talking about, Coach? Come on now. You didn't handle yourself. That's all right. Because some people are keeping up. You want a complete certified copy of the state court docket sheet to take with you over to federal court when you sue. That not only now you're outlining the due process shit you put up with last week and week before and last month and not stuff that happened 10 years ago or 20 or whatever, or they said that happened that didn't happen. Oh, we're still trying to prove that. No, not on that no more. This is why we stick to the why they're able to screw you over, not the what. When you stick to the why, when you get that shit and you get your ass over in federal court, it's a problem. It's a problem for them because they still can't respond to federal court case law with statutes and codes, and they don't have a bar card. It's time for another commercial. They do not have a bar card, so they can't respond to nothing that you filed in federal court. And I don't think they're gonna find a federal attorney. I haven't had anybody tell me yet that they came out with a federal attorney to oppose them in federal court. But it wouldn't matter. It would not matter because they didn't respond to the state court beatdown, and that's why you're demanding the federal judge order their asses to the settlement table. We have it right in the document. We're demanding a settlement conference. We're not demanding no trial. Trial for what? You already know they screwed up. They know they screwed up. You got it outlined in the document that you got from us how they screwed up. They screwed up not from all of that complicated shit. Come on now. They screwed up when they dragged you into an administrative process and violated your due process. They screwed up when they didn't deliver your deed to your house like the law they're supposed to follow to make it fair for you says they're supposed to do. They didn't do that. They screwed up when they followed the local rules that the Supreme Court made in their state that aren't connected to the civil rules, the federal rules, civil procedure, or the Constitution, or anything else. They screwed up. Okay, I can make the rest of the video this. No, but we just want to keep it simple. This is what we address. People get mad at me all the time because I don't have time to listen to all that shit that happened in the past that they want to tell me. None of that matters. Are they attacking your property? Are they trying to throw you in jail for a bunch of years? Or they're just trying to jam you up and make you pay shit like traffic citations and bullshit? I mean, that's all they're trying to, no. It's all the same when you look at it the way you should be looking at it. And the way you should be looking at it is that they're violating your due process. They're violating the Tucker's Act. They're violating the Administrative Procedures Act of 1946. Those are federal laws. I don't know why they call them acts. Oh, wait. I do know why they call them acts. Because I just thought about this. Because they've been lying to our ass, telling us that the criminal statutes are the laws. And criminal statutes are not laws. They have no more legal authority or value than the state statutes. Oh, all of those people locked up? They told them, sign right here, and they did. Sign right here, and you get one of these. Oh, no, I ain't laughing at nobody, because I got one of these damn things too. All right, I got one. And I signed. Well, I ain't signing shit right now. Nope. I don't care. Okay. When it comes right down to it, if you're not ready to do whatever it takes, then please don't get in my program. Okay? Because we're gonna have a problem. They're gonna know your ass is scared because they can smell it when you leave out your house to drive down there to the place. I'm just saying. It's probably not a good idea to call me or contact me or email me or any me the same day you get something in court. That usually doesn't work out either. So okay, so the bar members can't litigate. They and once the state court shut down, because you have to shut them down, and that's why we've structured the process the way we have it. If you don't shut them down, then they'll lie to the federal court that they still have jurisdiction, and they'll stall while they keep trying to, But you know what? If you do this right, and you get a certified copy of the entire state docket sheet to take over here to show they answered nothing. Okay. And now they can't change all that shit. Oh, how do we come up with this plan? Used to be when you bring your federal whatever. Well, actually, we filed a lien against the judges' 39 offices, and then they brought these two people in from Topeka, assistant attorney generals, to get this handled. And they just went through and did, I don't know, it's like the automatic ABC of shit to make it look like it was, we had already it was in my kid's divorce case. And all these videos are on YouTube channel. And we'd already gotten the docket sheet of what was filed in the case twice. There's only one document. And then the next day it was two documents, and they weren't really documents. They were just notes. Okay. And then when these dudes came, or people came, they were dudes that came down, if I remember correct. And all of a sudden there was this big old fat. My father's kid went down there. He called me up. Yeah, they told me, the old lady told me she should probably get this, because we were trying to just get a file stamp, certified copy of the lawsuit so we could just do the state thing and jam them up, And he showed up with a certified copy of the entire docket sheet. I did not even think about it. I was like, what? He said, I do good, dude. I didn't know. He said, what's the problem? I'm just a little mad because I didn't think of this. But I got over real stinking quick, because this is the stuff that we bring to the table from the real-time feedback. And I don't forget shit. Real-time feedback. Okay, so now, once you get that wrapped up, you file your real lawsuit in federal court. And the state court runs on codes. The federal court enforces the Constitution, or at least they'll try to do the same damn thing. Okay, I'm just, don't get over it thinking, they'll try to do the same damn thing. But here's the thing: Anytime these people violate you, you do a supplemental pleading. That's how you change your stuff, and you add their asses to it. That's how you do it. There's no appeal. There's no appeal. You have nothing to appeal because they don't provide a finding of facts and a conclusion of law, which is what your ass needs for an appeal. There's no appeal. So they'll try if they can get away with it. But if you do this way, the federal court ain't going to want to play. They're going to be trying to put and if you let them know, I would be telling the clerk, I can't believe that the court that you accepted, because the clerk's the one. I can't believe that you accepted the case from these guys in federal court that don't have a federal bar card. I'm pretty sure don't have a federal bar card. I got one. Whip out the one you get on the website. $75. I'm about to mark it down to $50. I'm gonna mark the bar card down $25. Okay, let me make a note of that. I'm talking shit now. Let me make a note of it. I'm going to mark the bar card down $25. Everybody should get the bar card, and or you can make a donation. Instead of a donation, this is something you get. So $25 for the bar card. So they don't have a bar card. So I would be telling the clerk, I can't, my legal team, you blame this shit on your legal team, okay? Because then there's no value in them screwing with you and sending police after you. My legal team said that they don't have a bar card. They have no standing to answer nothing in federal court. And they're really shocked that you allowed the case, you filed it or whatever, when they don't, I don't know. I'm just saying, my legal team is saying that. And that's why we put on it that, we're demanding settlement conference. And I understand what the legal team, I don't understand all this stuff, but the legal team made it clear to me. We're demanding settlement conference because those people, the defendants, could not respond to anything on the state court level that we filed because we use federal case law and federal acts. It's pretty simple. And so here they are here now, and they still can't respond to federal case law and federal acts with statutes and codes. So I don't, you know that, right? Nicely back here in the corner. You know that, right? And so I don't, I don't understand how that's, going on. But I guess my legal team can, if the judge is going to allow it, or you're guy who can add you guys in supplemental pleading to the thing. So, nobody has a bar card. And you know what? Had a lady tell me, Coach, well, the judge is still not going to. All right, you know what? I already tell y'all asses that in the instructional video. Okay, judge's going to try, they're going to throw you shit out. They're going to, okay, when you get to federal court, they're going to jam you out with the magistrate judge. The magistrate judge does not have judicial authority to be involved in your case, to do shit in your case without signing consent from all parties. Bam. Just violated you right there. Okay, so you had the magistrate judge, to supplemental pleading, to, okay, well, now they're going to send you over to the chief judge. Oh, wait. Is the chief judge the magistrate judge's brother or cousin or uncle? Okay, so once you get violated, then what? You trust them to violate you? I mean, do it right? Come on. Okay, I got this. Oh, now we're back to what I said at the gate. Okay, once it violates you, you need to do something about it. Oh, I told the lady, I know the federal judge, okay, even the chief judge, the chief of the chiefesses, okay, the very top chiefest judge is still going to screw with you if they don't respect you. And this is what I know. Instead of worrying about having a damn court, I'll be talking shit to you know what? My legal team told me that the chiefest judge, the chief judge of the chiefest of the judges, are still going to dismiss my stuff. And my legal team said they already have a RICO lawsuit package put together for the chief of the chief judge when the chief is judge because the chief judge. I like to watch this part of my video. Oh yeah, the chief judge is going to be, but the chief judge is not going to provide. Come on now. Finding the facts and the conclusions of law. No judge is going to provide that because it's not in a judicial court. Oh, wait. What the hell does that mean? Oh, yeah. Your ass want to have your damn court? Oh, yeah. I want to have that damn court too, but it's a judicial court. No, I take that back. I don't trust their asses. They might send me. They might say they would not. No, I like what we're doing now. I don't like it in court. If they tell me to shut up in court, and then the last time they told me to shut up in court, do y'all think I shut the hell up? Hell no. And then now I'm my ass off. But that's all right. When I do it over again, hell yeah. But I ain't signing nothing. I'll just get down on the floor. Y'all can just beat my ass. I ain't signing shit. Call your mama. Oh. Okay, so the reason this program works, if you ain't figured that out yet, because the money, who's paying? State. And usually who's paying is who is the primary beneficiary, the primary benefactor. Okay, I probably should stop there. I'm about to take that down. Who's paying? The primary payer. The primary person getting paid. I got some bad words that want to come out for these people. No, come on now. They don't understand the state committed real estate deed fraud when they failed to deliver your deed as mandated by the state's property transfer. What? They understand. They know. The government officials are bound to follow the statutes to protect our due process. We don't have to follow the statutes because we're not government officials. And statutes aren't valid laws. The fraud is easy for me to see, and I'm not that smart, so I just try to keep things simple. If there are several owners who own property, all the owners have to be present to sign. So all of the owners are present to sign. That means that the alleged lender they own the property already. And that smells stink. Okay, so the property registration allowed the illegal lien to be placed on the property. And YouTube, this is my opinion. And you can whatever y'all want to do, but I don't give a shit. Okay. The illegal registration allowed first lien. Now think about it. The mortgage lien was put on the property after it was registered. It was registered after the people signed. It was fraudulently done some stuff or whatever, and it should have been delivered. Oh, I know. People tell me, Coach, you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I don't. But let me ask you this, people. If your deed was not registered in their office, would the lender be able to verify there was a lien on your property and that you owed them money for a mortgage payment? Bam! That's hot right there. I don't know. I'm not that smart. But I'm asking you, if your deed was not registered in their office, would the lender be able to verify that there was a lien against your property? Would the lender be able to verify anything about your property if your deed was not registered in the office? I'm getting a little work. Come on now. Would your deed? I'm just gonna keep asking this. until somebody answer me, okay? Because I'm not that smart. If your deed was not registered in their office, would the lender be able to? Okay. I ain't getting the answer. Let me ask a different way. If your deed was not registered, if your deed was not registered in their office, would the lender be able to verify that there was a lien against your property? What would the lender use? Back in the day, you didn't have to register your deed in their office for them to keep your title clean. You didn't have to do that. All you did was you kept your deed in your Bible or in your firebox or your gun safe or under your mattress where your money's at, whatever. It wasn't all this stuff that you had to do. Okay, so now the $99 package, you can cloud your own title so they can't cloud it when they're trying to come after you for their bull. Their system fraudulent conveyance transfers your property on paper with forged signatures and false deeds. And it's actually a false contract because that mortgage loan they're saying that they gave you, it was created with your own signature. When you signed that and left the table, they turned into a security. That's what you call a big ass check. And then they process it through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Who made that program? Oh, the same people. For electronic and Modern Money Mechanics, which is a publication put out by these people that know way more about this than I do. They said that these people, I ain't calling them lenders because there ain't no lender bullshit. I'm just saying. I'm just going to call them people, okay? Because I use the words that work in my head for what I see and feel and hear and learn, okay? So these people, they were granted 9 times the amount, according to Modern Money Mechanics publication. This is a book, They're granted 9 times the amount that went into a demand deposit account. Oh, so they got 9 times the amount at the gate, and then because they're able to register your deed in their office, they were able to do the thing and make you have to pay. Oh, the lien doesn't give the alleged lender authority over your property. It doesn't. I don't know where they came out with that shit. I looked it up. Okay. And so all of that took place after you left the table. They stamped pay to the order of on it, and you lived a bank vice president or Linda Green. There was the robo-signers. And you can check your shit. They don't even bother to try to cover it up. Well, what you have is a copy, and they don't bother to cover it up. The real shit is sent to China or whatever. And everybody worried that China is going to come over and do something or whatever. China going to own all of our stuff. No, China got shit paperwork. The same shit paperwork they use to lock your ass up, to lock you into where they have control over your property too. So that's just my opinion right now. China, we live on the property and we don't own it either because they got to paperwork in China. Okay, so administrative courts push the process using statutes and codes instead of laws. Statutes and codes are not valid laws. They don't have an act, laws, titles, or bodies. This lawsuit package has been upgraded to include the notice of conveyance lawsuit package to cloud the title of your property. Now, this package, this $99 package included in the 42 USC 1983 lawsuit. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, but this $99 package that everybody should use if you own property or you pretend to own property or you sign to own some. I need to work that out. Okay, by clouding the title, you make your property toxic to buyers. Nobody wants to touch it because in order for them to do this, okay, they're gonna move in. They gotta move your ass over to the landlord-tenant court to rush you off of the property. All that's illegal. Okay, whatever. But they can't do that if you challenging them at the gate for illegal paperwork. And you're challenging with a notice. You don't have to file nothing in court. You don't have to do, this is. And in the notice of conveyance lawsuit package, you got the lawsuit for the illegal eviction on the state level and the federal lawsuit. So just 4 documents that's in that package alone. So when you do that, okay, that forces, this move forces you to be the top lien holder, so to speak. In my head, it forces you to be the top lien holder. The HOA, if the HOA is messing with you, get this. They got a case against you, get this. Format into a judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance, add your case number and shit, add it right in the case, bam. That's more powerful than having the shit over there in the damn public recorder's office. Over there, the only people that see it are the thieving ass attorneys and shit that either are trying to steal your shit or the buyers that's trying to buy the shit that they're stealing. They're all connected. That's the only people see that shit over here in the case. And these players, the clerk and the judge, and at some point, we're going to have a document if they want to keep playing to address that, since we got that over there. But that's I'm just thinking. I just multitask thinking over here. Okay, but this moves you to the top lien holder, so to speak. The HOA's done. Anybody else is done. They can't do nothing until they get done addressing the paperwork shuffle shit that happened at the gate in the beginning when all the signing took place a long time ago. That's what you're throwing on the table. And then you follow that with the less penalty lien. No, I don't. I'm waiting to see how they try to respond. I don't think they can. So in my head, no one should be able to attack your property without addressing the real estate deed fraud that occurred at the gate. That's what we're doing here. That's what this package is about. That's what this package, the $99 package, and I figure $99, this package should be probably $1,200. $99, I got it $99. $99, and I'm figuring if a very small percentage of the people use this that need it, because everybody needs it, then I'll make enough money to pay somebody else to clean the place over here. Okay. And so put in $99. That should let y'all asses know how I feel about what I'm doing right here. Bam. Blocks to foreclosure? What blocks it? Well, I know. You call it, I know. Punches it in the face. The HOA. Okay, so the HOA people are easy to jack with anyway because they're lien jumping. Well, they were trying to lien jump before you start learning some shit over here. Okay. And so if somebody gonna lien jump on the fraud bullshit, you just add them as the number one defendant in your counterclaim or your lawsuit if there's nothing. If they're pissing you off, add them as the number one defendant to your RICO, to your real estate deed fraud lawsuit. Add them number one defendant. And tell them you're going to file the less penalty as soon as you get done RICO on their ass and seize all their shit if they don't get out your face. and tell them your legal team said to tell them that the legal team was saying that. But y'all ass pissing me off. So I'm telling you, I said it. Oh. Okay, who's going to attack your property now? Once the title is clouded, you can proceed with a little, a little more relaxed to reach the goal of getting them to deliver your deed. Well, the first goal is stay in your house. And I think by clouding the title, that pretty much wraps that up. I don't know. I'm thinking when you cloud the title with this $99 package, with the notice of conveyance that they did the conveying thing, the switches, whatever, and followed up with the less pendants. You could take the you can take the state eviction lawsuit and turn it into a notice of state eviction lawsuit and put it and place it on the public record. Oh, you are sure? You absolutely can. I know. Somebody tell me you can't. You absolutely can. As a matter of fact, smart people put stuff that they're filing in court, especially if they've been getting jacked around in court. On the public record and get that little round thingy put on it before they go file it in court. Oh, I'm thinking it's going to carry way more weight than administrative BS. Yeah, so once you get your title clouded, you can just roll a little more relaxed and, just call them out. Tell you know what? My legal team said y'all probably would be willing to just deliver my deed now so that I could make them go sit down because they just now getting started. And from what they're saying, they're really happy about this because okay, this package, that contains a notice of fraudulent conveyance and notice of less pendants, a counterclaim for illegal eviction, the federal lawsuit for the eviction process, and this is title insurance that everybody needs to protect their properties, even if you're not in default or late, or if you behind on your property taxes. Whatever I just said it. If you're behind on your property taxes, what if you don't want to pay property taxes? Okay, I ain't telling nobody what to do. Okay, but what I'm telling you right now is, when you don't pay them, what do? They cloud your title. That's not all. Come on, y'all. And then they try to take your shit. But if you got your title clouded already, what are they going to do? Well, you can also get the property tax package. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about the commercial property tax package and what we've done to that. But I can't really say all that shit in the title of stuff. I just put in there that we're gonna have coaching on this, and then I do have we're gonna have playlists set up that has stuff in that we're going to coach about. So when I make the little video, I'll have it already in the playlist. You can go to playlist if you can't figure out from the words because I got to dumb it down because I'm not leaving all my people on YouTube. I'm over on Rumble, but we only have a few people over there. So, okay, so if you're behind on your property taxes, anything that has to do with your property, this clouds the title, so they can't do that when you don't pay them. If someone has a mechanical lien against you, this jumps your ass right up, bam, to the top of the line. And when you get this done, you place the less pendants. You have the less pendants package you can place against their property even, and then initiate the foreclosure process. And when you use federal case law, like I said, they can't respond with statutes and codes. And then you had the judge, and you just, then you walk into federal court with your certified copy of the entire docket sheet proving the due process violations. Not the, not the foreclosure, eviction, the due process violations. Suddenly, the case is no longer about the payments. It's about the constitutional violations and fraud. Wow. Suddenly, the case is about the pain they created. The why. The why is the pain they created. The foreclosure isn't just about losing a house. It's losing years of equity. It's watching your children's security ripped away from you. It's watching all of your stuff be thrown out under the curb. It's standing helpless while the sheriff pushes you off your own property. The fraudulent conveyance means your home is being sold behind your back with fake documents. That's simple. That is simple. That's simple. It's a huge hammer tossed right into that money machine. The next day you go down there, you file your notice unless you place your notice unless spend is in the public record. Oh, the real-time feedback has taught us how to stop them before the court process, after the court process, during the court process, court during, court after, court before. That's backwards for okay, sorry, I'm a freak, but that's all right, because that was backwards for everything. Because that's okay. I got to move on. We don't challenge the jurisdiction and wait for them to agree or answer or whatever. We take it. We just take it. You take the jurisdiction when you add the parties to their own stuff. You can do this with your own stuff. If you're doing your own thing, and we go in with fraudulent concealment, that tolls the statute of limitation. Fraudulent conveyance tolls the statute of any fraudulent stuff tolls the statute of limitations. Oh. Tolls the statute of limitations. Oh, that means you could file this against the property they took from you a long time ago. And the eviction and fraudulent concealment tolls a statute of limitations. Oh. Yeah, the pain. Oh. The pain ain't the same when you know the thing. This simple piece of fraudulent conveyance is a huge hammer. I like that part of it. I actually threw that in myself. Oh. We don't challenge jurisdiction. We take it. We take the jurisdiction, and that's just how we roll. You take it. You take it. They're trying to take your stuff. You take the jurisdiction. You're told, they tell you have no rights. You have no option. You have no rights. You have no option. No options. You're done. The system isn't about justice. It's about humiliation and theft. And it's kind of okay. So we had a situation today where Henry, and I had another video that I posted about this. In the end of that video, it has the phone call of Henry, us communicating with his earpiece in while he's in the state court, and they're trying to stop him. They're trying to block him from filing these documents. the notice of conveyance. We actually styled it to file right in his case. Oh, they was, so I was telling him in his earpiece, oh yeah, you have to just relax, talk nice. You don't have to, because they're going to try to escalate the situation. And they can, and I heard some lady asking, did you get the order? If you say that she's talking about the order from the sheriff department ordering his ass off the property, did you get the order? And I'm telling, dude, ignore her. Just tell her, file this stuff in the case. Did you get the order? I told her if she asks you that again, ask her what her name is. Because your legal team's going to know what her damn name is. Okay, because she's not even the one handling it at the window. This is somebody else over there. And there was 3 other people. Okay, but here's how this goes. Number 1 is probably not idea to file them both at the same time, which he wasn't doing. Number 2, once you give them that stuff, they're going to go back there. They're going to mull it over. They're going to call the supervisor. They're going to be doing whatever. Then when they come back, okay, and this is the mechanics of this has to work in my head. When they come back and say, we're not filing your shit, here, take it, get it the hell out. The mechanics of that would be you would have to take it back, right? Oh, hell no. No, do not take that shit back. Okay, the only way you take it back is if you knew it was jacked up. And if you get it from me, it ain't jacked up. No, we ain't taking it back. Nope. We're not taking it back. Y'all have on camera somewhere and taking it. Y'all can do whatever you want with it. As far as I'm concerned, it's filed. Now, you always want to get file stamp copies of everything. You always want to make sure you sign everything before you take it in there. But at the end of the day, the check down is, if that shit ain't there, then you're you know what they call that. I don't like to So the check down now. I told him, just ask her to file it. You're not here to discuss whether or not you got the order. Tell them your legal team's handling all that. But just use a nice tone. Because you're the one running the show right now. We like to turn the fear into fire, the pain into power, the fear into fire, the pain into power, the fire into fear, the power into pain. Turning. Oh, that's the yeah. That's what we do. This is where everything changes. You stop begging. You stop begging for a loan modification. You stop begging. You stop reaching. You stop procrastinating. You become a plaintiff. You file your counterclaim and force them to, oh, wait. You want to place your notice of conveyance on a public record first. And then you want to follow up another day with the, you want to get yourself in position to have some fire. Get yourself in position. Get yourself in position for the punching. And then you file your counterclaim and you force them to defend. Oh, wait, they can't because you add them. You cloud the tide. You already got all that, You bring the fight to federal court with the proof of fraud due process violations, and you make them, you make them, it's about protecting your family, your business, your equity, your future. It's about saving your home. It's about helping other members in your family do the same thing. It's about standing up without fear and forcing accountability. You don't need to spend $10,000 on an attorney who is part of the machine. Represent yourself. Stand with the power of the 42 USC 1983 foreclosure defense lawsuit package. Is designed to stop the foreclosure fraud as roots and cloud the title to protect your property from the system they structured. So if you're facing foreclosure or eviction or already been evicted, HOA attack, property attack, foreclosure, judicial foreclosure, non-judicial. If you're worried about being behind on your property tax or any other issue affecting your property, you need the $99 lawsuit back. If you're about to get foreclosed on or whatever, this pack has everything in it. Everything in it that you need. If you're watching fraudulent conveyance steal your property and you're ready to fight back with federal law, this is your solution. The 42 USC 1983 foreclosure defense lawsuit package gives you the counterclaim strategy to stop the state court process, the filings you need to place on a public record to cloud the title, and the federal power that you need to take back your rights. Take action today. Stop the fraudulent foreclosures. Stop the fraudulent conveyance, and take your rights back. And our coaching is done over there at neighbors_coach. Hey, private and confidential. Welcome to the classroom tonight. This place pretty, ain't it? I keep it clean. Welcome to the show, guys. And welcome to the show, Eddie. Glad you guys can make it. And I think we just about got that wrapped up. Yeah, this package is on sale right now. I'm going to put a link to it. It's been beefed up and it's on sale for $300. And I'm going to leave it on sale for a few more days. So if you guys are having this problem, y'all need to get this and let's go. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. And I'm going to go get something to snack on.